Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the story of a sports icon, but we're not just talking about the highlight reels and the championship rings. We're talking about the moment of failure that almost stopped the greatest basketball player of all time before he even started. This is the untold story of Michael Jordan and the rejection that built a legend. Let's rewind the clock to 1978 in Wilmington, North Carolina. A young, skinny kid named Michael Jordan is a sophomore at Laney High School. Like so many kids, he has a dream. He lives and breathes basketball, practices relentlessly, hoping to make the varsity team. The day the team list is posted is a day he'll never forget, but not for the reasons you might think. He scans the list, his heart pounding, searching for his name. But it isn't there. Michael Jordan had been cut. Instead, his name was on the junior varsity roster. To make matters worse, his taller friend Leroy Smith had made the varsity squad. Can you imagine the sting of that? Seeing your friend get the spot you wanted so badly? It was a crushing blow. He remembers going home, locking himself in his room, and just crying. It felt like his world was ending. He felt embarrassed, unworthy. It was a public failure that could have easily broken his spirit. But this is where the story of Michael Jordan truly begins. This wasn't just a failure, it was fuel. In his own words, "Whenever I was working out and got tired and figured I ought to stop, I'd close my eyes and see that list in the locker room without my name on it. That usually got me going again. That single piece of paper became his ultimate motivation." He decided right then and there that he would never feel that way again. So what did he do? He turned the junior varsity team into his personal training ground. He didn't sulk or complain. He dominated. He was often the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. His JV games became a spectacle. He would put up 40-point games regularly, showing everyone, especially the varsity coach, exactly what they were missing. He wasn't just playing basketball. He was on a mission. He was proving to himself and to the world that that list was a mistake. His mother, Delores Jordan, played a huge role during this time. Instead of letting him wallow in self-pity, she told him to get back to work. She encouraged him to prove them wrong through discipline and hard work. That parental support was crucial. It wasn't about blaming the coach or making excuses. It was about taking control of his own destiny. And that's exactly what Michael did. The summer between his sophomore and junior years was transformative. He grew several inches, but more importantly, his game grew exponentially. He worked on his weaknesses, honed his skills, and came back the next year not just as a better player, but as a completely different force of nature. When he tried out for the varsity team as a junior, there was no question. He not only made the team, but he became its best player almost instantly. The rest, as they say, is history. Which years on the Laney? Varsity team, a scholarship to the University of North Carolina where he hit the game-winning shot in the NCAA. Championship as a freshman. 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls, 5 MVP awards, and a legacy as the undisputed GOAT. But all of it. Every single achievement can be traced back to that moment of gut-wrenching disappointment in a high school hallway. Think about the psychology behind that. Jordan didn't just overcome failure. He weaponized it. He used the memory of being cut as a constant source of energy. Even at the height of his fame, during his Hall of Fame induction speech, he brought up the coach and the player who made the team over him. Not out of bitterness, but as a reminder of the fire that rejection ignited within him. It was the chip on his shoulder that never went away, the internal engine that pushed him to be better than everyone else. This story is so powerful because it's a universal lesson. We've all faced rejection. We've all been told we're not good enough at some point in our lives. It's easy to let those moments define us in a negative way, to give up on our dreams. But Michael Jordan's story teaches us that failure doesn't have to be a full stop. It can be a starting block. It can be the most powerful motivation you'll ever find, if you choose to see it that way. The pain of not seeing his name on that list created a relentless drive. It taught him the value of hard work when talent alone wasn't enough. It built his resilience, his mental toughness. Every time he stepped on the court, he was playing with a point to prove. He wasn't just trying to win the game in front of him. He was trying to erase the memory of that failure over and over again. So the next time you face a setback, whether it's not getting a job, failing an exam, or being rejected in any way, think of that skinny kid from North Carolina. Remember that the greatest success stories are often born from the biggest failures. Don't let rejection break you. Let it build you. Let it be the fuel that drives you to achieve something extraordinary. That's the real legacy of Michael Jordan, not just the trophies and the accolades, but the powerful lesson that our response to failure is what truly defines us. Thanks so much for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. Let me know in the comments about a time a failure motivated you. I'd love to hear your stories. See you in the next one.